Hello everyone. Dr. Mukesh Singh Tomar is my name, and today we are going to understand another topic of Block 1, Introduction of Organizational Behavior. Objective, as I already discussed in the last lecture, concept, challenges and opportunities, examine the importance we need to conceptualize, understand, and having a different vertical of understanding organizational behavior in Indian context with the live examples. Now, in this block, Unit 2, today we are going to understand the characteristic of organizational behavior. So, characteristic of organizational behavior is a having a characteristic is elements by which we can understand. Take some example before understanding the characteristic and their uh, perception. Like ITC, Indian Tobacco Company, they have the characteristic, specifically organizational behavior prospect. They have sustainability and CSR initiatives, corporate social responsibilities, ITC. Integrated sustainability into its core operation through its triple bottom line. That is the approach which they have adopted, focusing on economic aspects, social, environmental performance. Their each of all initiatives leverage technology to empower rural farmer and enhancing their productivity and profitability. In any organization, they have specific characteristics. By that, people will identify that organization. What ITC is doing? ITC having their product, more than 250 product in their bucket, and that is multi-brand conglomerate. They are working in hotel industry, they are in paperboard, they are in retail, and they are in agribusiness also. In agribusiness, they have the concept of each of all. What is the concept of each of all? They are guiding, providing support, purchasing the product of farmers. What is the benefit of that outcome? What is the outcome of these things? Empowering rural farmer. If farmer is satisfied, 80% or more than 60% people associated with agribusiness along with the ITC. If they are getting enhancement, whether it is in terms of training of production of agribusiness, agri-produce, so people will associate that organization. So ITC Limited is working for sustainability and CSR, corporate social responsibility. So by which we can identify ITC easily, right? Take one more example of Marico, empowerment and entrepreneurial culture they are creating. Marico promote entrepreneurial culture by empowering employee to take ownership of their product and decisions. Their Marico Innovation Foundation, they have foundation with the name of Marico Innovation Foundation, encourage employees to think creatively and implement innovation solution to business challenges. Means what Marico is doing for society or their employee to have a different characteristic of organization behavior. They are empowering their employees. They are providing services. They tell their employees, they train their employees, they anticipate their internal audience to have different innovation, whether it is product formation or marketing or financing or human resource management. They provide innovative tools, they provide training to their employees, and they are resolving their problem as well as creating an entrepreneurial culture in the organization. So these are the two example or having a two characteristic of ITC and Marigold, right? So these are the characteristics. What other are? Let us discuss one by one. Integral part of management. In my previous lecture, I told you that hierarchy system, top level management, middle level and lower. It is a combination of these three things, characteristics. Take example of any person. They are having identical impression on others. Like suppose if I'm talking about myself, I'm a professor by profession and that professorship is identical. That goes into my house also, my family, my peer group. They know this person belongs to the teaching fraternity. So it is a part of this. If some organization is working like ITC is working for CSR, corporate social responsibility, so that is the integral part of the organization. Everybody is looking that organization in the point of view of CSR, right? Marico is working for entrepreneurial cultural development, means they are creating a innovative environment by their foundation, Marico Innovative Foundation. So when they have this kind of characteristic, so it must be in the part of integral part of management, goal oriented. Second, characteristic. Any organization having a 1 year down the line, 2 year down the line, 3 year down the line goals by which they are achieving on different modes, whether it is on finance part or HR or production or any other operations. They must follow their model of organizational behavior or structure which provide goal orientation, right? Ongoing process, characteristic. All the organization change according to the time. Take an example of Vaidyanath and Patanjali. Patanjali changed their traditional product into the modern form and delivered to the market. And people, audience, target audience will accept and having a success being Patanjali product. Vice versa, Vaidyanath is also working in same category, having same kind of product and 100-year-old experience, more than 100 years. But they are not getting success. Why? Because they are not changed their policies according to the technology or according to the environment. If they do so, they are again getting more benefit or having financial support and market valuation and market share and market growth they will receive. So we can say that organizational behavior is a part, ongoing process. It is a characteristic, right? We need to change according to the environment. In ancient history, what we do, we change according to the water system, right? Then currency, then gold, silver, bronze comes, then currency comes, then now we are talking about digital currency. So this is what adoption of ongoing process. So company must have ongoing process, multi-level analysis. To a good organization or to have successful behavioral aspect, all the organization must have multi-level analysis like marketing, HR, finance, IT, operations. They all are the integral part of organization. If we talk about multi-level analysis, that means the level of understanding by different segments, right? If we talk about supply chain management, so this supply chain management is associated with marketing because they bring the demand. It is related to finance because financial aspect to purchase a raw material to convert finished good is required financial supports. So their opinion is also must. Human resource, HR department. What kind of labor, what kind of employees, what kind of human resource is required to accomplish the demand. Same with operation, electricity, machinery, right? So they all are integral part, and that integral part, multi-level analysis required. So that is one of the good or required characteristic to be a good organizational behavior. Branch of social science. It is a branch of social science, definitely. Both science and art, yes, it is analytical and hypothetically proved. That is why it is science. And art is what? Tactics, strategy adopted by the organization to perform individual organizational goals. And it is normative science. What does it mean, normative science? Normative science means cause and effect. If you do that, you will get this, right? Normative science के basis, right? Characteristic is benefit of organization and individual. If we are able to recognize individual benefit, that employee is working very hard and that working may lead to organizational goal as per the scheduled time or before. So that is what benefit of organizational characteristics. Now move further. Fundamental concept of organizational behavior. Fundamental concept, whatever we learn as of now, there is two fundamental concept of organizational behavior. One is nature of people, another nature of organization. Nature of people and nature of organization. Let us understand one by one. Nature of people. There are 6 fundamental ideas regarding human nature, as we already understand human behavior, but here we understand, conceptualize different, right? Fundamental concept. First one is individual differences. Human behavior arises with the comparison. Comparison comes with the positive or negative notes. That view may provide positive or negative prospects. If individual differences is identical, that is positive. If it is not identical, then might be is in negative prospects. Right? Second point is perception. The perception perceived by the people decide the organizational behavior. That is why it is called fundamental aspects. Why? Perception. If perception is designed and developed according to the organizational behavior, it is highly effective. If the training of people is not appropriate or according to the organizational structure, then people will not be able to get appropriate success. Right? Take an example of global versus India. Indian people or employee are having core concept of spirituality despite of any religion. Right? So we follow our religion first. That is our perception. But in global prospect, effectiveness and working culture is on top priority despite of religion. Why? Because they understand that working environment make more effective organizational behavior. So that is one of the example of perception. A whole person means your individuality, your family life value life cycle, your work life balance, your financial aspects, your physiological, your safety, your security, your self esteem, your self actualizations, all the attributes are count in the fundamental concept of organizational behavior. Motivated behavior. As a person, as an employee, how much you are motivated, how much you are effective to understand, to explain the concept of behavioral aspects. If suppose you are joining some organization and your behavior is neutral, not motivated, so people are judging or having your impression accordingly. If you are highly productive, highly result oriented, then management and supervisor or all other team members will appraise you, will praise you, and will admire you, and taking advice and taking some sort of a difference from non-performers. So that is what motivated behavior of an individual. Desire for involvement in any individual must have desire for of involvement. If you are neutral, if you are introvert, if you are not talking to other people, if you are not participating group activity, if you are not focusing on that uh, organizational goals, so that desire is making organizational characteristic is a negative prospects. Value of a person, that is ethical aspect, that comes from your upbringing or employee's upbringing. What that is why before appointing a person, company try to understand the background of a employee. Why? Because it gives the value of the person in a group or individual. So these are the nature of people according to the fundamental aspects. Next is the next fundamental concept is nature of organization. There are three key concepts about the nature of organization. First one is social system, mutual system, ethics. As I told you, in any organization having top level management, middle level, and lower level. Top level management in any organization pretend or having objective accordingly followed by the middle level and lower level. So social system, like as I told you, example of ITC, they are working in the field of sustainability and CSR. So social system, people will admire, accept, and making profitable organization because their business model is having agri business, and agricultural assets are higher in comparison to other sectors. So social system is designed and developed very well by ITC. Mutual systems. Here we have an example of insurance sector. Take example of LIC or any other. Mutual system means what? Agent will get some sort of benefit if they bring target audience. So agent will get, branch manager will get some type of bonus or some type of incentive of having achievement of some defined targets. So that is what mutual systems, hierarchy, top to bottom. Goal is set, then followed by the middle level and followed by the executive level, lower level, and carry forward to the entire structure. So that is the mutual system. Ethics. The owner or the business model will decide the ethics, right? Here we take the example of Swiggy, Zomato, or 30-minute pizza delivery, Domino's. What is the ethics? If you are not able to receive pizza on time or before 30 minutes, you will have free of cost. You need not to pay single penny for that pizza. So that is what ethics of the company, which design and define organizational structure, right? Take one more example in this also, Tata Steel. Tata Steel is a company who claim safety and employee welfare. So this is what another example of organizational behavior. What they are focusing fundamental concept of safety and employee working or employee welfare. Means they are working for employee welfare. So social, mutual system, ethics are the nature of organizational behavior. So these are the two fundamental concepts of organizational behavior. Move further. In this topic, we try to understand the importance of organizational behavior. Why we need to have organizational behavior according to the Nelson and Kushi 2003. What they define? They define growing globalization. That is why we need to the organizational behavior. Global prospect, we need to understand. We need to have a structure, hierarchical model to design and develop the profitable organization. That is why we need to have organization. Diversify the workforce inside an organization. As we know that there are different segments or different geographical areas from where people will come to the organization and assemble in a group. If we don't have organizational behavior, they will not working. They are bifurcated according to the region and